Hey everyone, what's up? So in this video we are going to learn how you can create your first REST API in Python using Flask. Also later on your next project how you can use that REST API. Like let's suppose you are using a Flask app in your next project and you want to use that API. So we are going to learn this, and also I'm going to tell how you can host your API for free on pythonanywhere.com, right? So this is the project that you can check. It simply convert a number in various number system from decimal number. Like let's suppose you have this number and you have variety of options like binary, octal or decimal, hexadecimal. So let's see if you convert this in hexadecimal. You can check it automatically convert, but if I show you the code, it doesn't contain any functionalities to the conversion like binary, octal or hexadecimal. Let me just show. As you can check, it's completely getting responses from the API. Okay, and this is already hosted, that's why you can check the domain name. So let's build this project from scratch and you will understand the logic very soon. So I'm in my YouTube directory, new folder I have just created, and here I created a new Python file, that is app.py. And for Flask I have created a boilerplate like this Flask minimal app. And if you are not aware on how to create a boilerplate like this is pretty simple. You just need to go to in the settings and you can simply go to your user snippet and python.json, as you can check, and here is the code. So if you facing any issue, make sure you tell me in the comment section. Okay, so now you can check there is a little error, the Python interpreter is showing, so that's why you need to select the interpreter. That's why maybe the issue is arising. Yeah, as you can check, I just switched the interpreter and the error is gone. Okay, and now I need one more function or module to create a API, that is your JSONify. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so our first task is to create the functions of the binary conversion, right? And always try to maintain the proper code, and obviously you can use the bin function in Python, but I recommend to use the function from scratch, whatever you know, like binary for n that takes an integer and return a string. And if you just do like this, that answer is like an empty string, and void n answer is just equal to your str of n %2 plus answer. So you just write this and you need to reduce n by 2, right? And you can to just return the answer. So this is your binary code, as you can know. And let me just do the same for the octal and hexadecimal as well. As you can check, I just write down the code for octal and hexa. Okay, now you need to define the routes, right? Like in this API we need to define route for a convert. We just not simply define the route for the slash directory, because it does not make any sense or does not reusable the API. Like if you host the API and you just return the API in the slash directory, then it might be confusing to use the rest other API you will be built in future. So let's create a another route for convert, and okay, let me just take an integer that takes an integer, right? And it also let me write well properly, and def convert, okay, and you just simply need to define the convert function here. Okay, so to define the convert function, let me just simply use the integer I have right here, that is n, and now we need to create a dictionary because we are returning a JSON. So result is equal to let's suppose we are going to with binary, and we have created the function already in octal for octal and for hexa decimal we just need to use hexa. Okay, let clarity make the spelling. Okay, and for the sake of simplicity we also return the decimal number itself. Okay, right, this is the result, and we are submitting the post request like in the letter form, but yeah, it should work. So we'll just return JSONify result. Yeah, so I think the route is defined well, and let just check, okay, if any bug we will fix it. So yeah, Flask server is running. Let me switch to Chrome tab. Okay, so yeah, as you can check, the hello world is returning because the route is defined in /convert directory, right? So let's simply go to convert and let's bypass an integer. So yeah, it is working properly. So yeah, our API is currently completely done and we are ready to use it. So just leave the local server like this, and let me change the port as well, because in our next project we are going to use the port 5000. So in this case we are just use the port for 3306, and let me restart the server. See, yeah, so our Flask API is hosted in 3306. Okay, so now create another project, that is API project, and here we are create app.py and a template folder, and inside that we are going to write our index.html. So let's use the Flask minimal app, and yeah, we are enough with this modules. We are just going to use the render template here, index.html, and we are good to go. So to create the form, we are just use our previous code and do copy pasting to save our time, right? So yeah, I am back in my index.html with the previous code. I just paste it here, and here is simple use of some Jinja templating, which I am going to describe in a minute later. Let me first changes some title and decimal converter, YouTube or whatever. So as you can check, there are three options: binary, octal and hexadecimal, and we are creating a post request here, as you can check. From action method equals post, and after that I am using a text area to show our result, and inside that I am just using a placeholder and make it only read only, so you can just not the edit anything. And inside the Ginger templating I am bypassing answer variable from our app.py, and if it is exist it shows the result. If answer, then the decimal value of our another variable decimal, and the mode is actually your option you are going to select from the drop down, and in the answer it is actually printing the output of conversion. Like if you select the binary, it shows the result of binary convert code, and it simply after that you end the if. So if you are not familiar with Ginger templating, you can refer any video from YouTube. There are thousands of free resources available. So let me switch back into our app.py, and here we just require to fetch API. So to fetch a URL we need the module request, and to fetch any data from any form we need the request from our Flask, right? So inside the /route we just write it here, if request dot method equals post. So here you need to bypass methods equals to array, that is get or post, right? And if it is post, you can simply write your own code here, right? So let's simple start with your integer input, right? What you have given the name, like for number you have used the input name, so you just take the value in. For integer, that will be integer your request dot form, and it is your input. The reason why I use type annotation the most is because you are getting suggestion a lot if you just define that your n is an integer, right? And another string, that is your choices, right? So text, that is your string, and request dot form, and that is simply, maybe I use the choice, yeah. Also you can make it required. Okay, done. Now inside the if, you just need to use the API, right? So response is equals requests dot get, and you are going to use your local server right now. After, when you learn hosting, you will use your own host URL to access it from anywhere, right? Convert, and here you are going to use it. So you are just need to bypass the f string. Okay, I am creating another PowerShell window, and let me just print the, okay, first of all we need to data response dot JSON, and you can just print the data. So just check what we have done till now by simply run the code, API project and Python 3 obviously app.py. So our server is running on port 5000. Okay, let me switch the tab in Chrome as you can check. I guess no issues till now. So to make some simplification, you can check the title that this is the new project we have created just right now. And now let's see if it is working. 47 and select some action. Okay, as you can check, nothing worked. This is because we have not passed any variable, the answer variable. As you can check inside the Jinja templating, there is answer variable, the mode variable, but nothing we have written right now. So let's just simple check if the print statement is working fine, and yeah, it is working great. Let me just show to switch to our VS Code, and you can check the print statement is working great, right? So let's complete the project. So now the task is very simple. We just need to find if choice or text, right? Text is equals, let's use the name as follows, pin, right? So we can do, we simply give our answer that I'm talking about. The answer variable is our data, that is our dictionary and binary, right? So now simply bypass the answer. Let's see if it is working right now. Okay, local variable answer refers before assignment. Great. So let's see what's the issue. The issue is because we are just using the if, and the code is not going to check for else part, right? So we have to define something for else as well. So you just write something like this, answer invalid choice, or say something like this. Let me switch to our VS Code, yeah, and I'm just writing else part invalid choice selection like this. Okay, now switch to Chrome tab and let's check again. Okay, yeah, this is working because we are not returning from request.method equals post, right? We are just returning outside. So let's simply fix it, and we are removing the answer here. Yeah, now the code should work great. Let's check it again. Yeah, now give any variable 45 and binary and submit, and you can check. As I did not pass the mode right now, the code is not working, but the binary conversion is working great. As you can check, if I give the 4 and binary, it should return 100, right? So now let's complete the code. For octal and for hexa, I guess we just write OCT and AGX. And let's check what are the keys. I guess the keys are we have our keys right. Let me check. Yeah, I got it. It's octal and hexadecimal, right? So octal and hexadecimal. Okay, and inside our Jinja templating we are use the dec variable. So just simply use the dec is equals n, and let's see the code right now. We have bypassed everything and except the mode variable, right? So the mode is what are the choices we are selecting right now. So let's make the mode as well binary. Mode is equals octal, and simply mode is equals hexadecimal, and simply bypass the mode. Okay, now let's check the code again. As you can check, I get the keys from the JSON, that's why I did not close the tab actually. So now let's check if it is working. Enter number, and let's enter the number what we are familiar with, that is 16, and first convert it in binary. As you can check, the code is greatly working for binary. Let's do it for octal. As you can check, it's greatly converted octal number, and for hexa, as you can check, yeah, because after 15 is 9. Let's give 14, it should print f. I mean, yeah, for 15 it should be f, right? So our code is ready, and you also get how it work for API. Let me show the part again. As you can check, the request module actually getting responses from the API that is our hosted in local server. If you just open the Postman, let me open the Postman. So here it is, the Postman tab, and I simply check my response for actually 3306. Yeah, now let's check the Postman response. Okay, let the Chrome tab open. Yeah, so just simply go to my workspace and check the response from here and send the post request, get request actually, but we make it post request, whatever, it should work for everything. As you can check, post request is not allowed because we are actually check the get request from in Postman, and you get the point, I guess. So I think our code is now fine and working great, and you get the tutorial as well. And in case of Python Anywhere, you just need to create an account there, and after creating the account, inside the as you can check, yeah, the WSG configuration file, make sure you edit the app name, because I just create the app name like this, app, from app and import app. My name of the application is app, that's why I use this name. So make sure you do this, and inside the source code directory, go to directory, and inside the app.py you just simply paste the code of your, as you can check, I do the same. And this is not mandatory while using WSGI configuration to hosting a file, right? So that's very easy, and you can explore yourself in Python Anywhere. The GUI is pretty simple to understand, and you can host yourself for free. After you host, you can use the REST API in any project and share it in with your friend or whatever. So till now the video is completed, and this is complete tutorial of how you can create your own REST API and use it in your next project. So make sure you understand fully. If you have any single doubt, make sure you tell me in the comment section. And thank you once again for watching the video, and make sure you subscribe. Till then, take care.